A little smoke won't hurt him. Ugh, ugh, ugh. The chimney must have gotten clogged with leaves again. I'll have to unclog it later.
On the ninth day of Foxmas, dancing on a bark, foxy feet are prancing, sparking in the dark. Yip around the snowflakes, giggles in the air. Foxes merry-making with a festive flair.
Alright everybody, welcome to FoxTail. This is a story RPG with mystery and adventure, starring a young fox named Leah. So let's get into it, shall we? And there we are. I thought Grandma would meet me here. Maybe she forgot about my arrival. This used to be a ticket office. I remember Dad buying tickets here. Looks a little run down, though. Complete devastation. I'm surprised trains still stop here. The letter from Grandma. Oh, I see. Left or right? I took the wrong turn. I can see the room and burned furniture through the window. One eerie sight. I don't have to go there. That place is dirty and creepy. Fair enough. Fair enough. A boundary pillar. So Grandma's house must be this way. Look at that view. Fun little rustic town. Hey, bees. These flowers have such a strong scent, but the bees won't let me come close. Yeah, they're kind of protective that way. This beehive is so large. Can I just walk past you, bees? Don't mind me. Yay, I've made it here! There's a pathway that way, too. Yay! Little dandelion fluffs. Grandma's waiting. No time for walks. Alright, I was just gonna check the letter box, but I'm not thirsty yet. Well, let's head inside. Hey, Grandma, I'm home. Grandma. Gram, here I am. Look how much you've grown. You've turned into a real beauty. You don't look like a wolf cub anymore, as in your childhood. But Grams, I've never resembled a wolf cub. Oh, but of course you did. Look at you now. You're so beautiful, slender, and fiery red. You weren't named Leah for nothing. You're our sunbeam. Ah, Grams, you're embarrassing me. Oh, what am I doing? You must be hungry after your trip. I've made a pie, your favorite. Let's have some tea, and you'll tell me everything. Get a tea jar out of the hutch. The hutch. Look at that big tasty pie. A tea jar. The jar is absolutely empty. Little fishy, where's your school? Were you left behind? Wind and His Fur, Notes of a Writer, Volume 3. He must have been a very keen writer if he wrote 3 whole volumes. No kidding. I wonder how he managed to write all this if he was so busy writing. Oh, the jar's empty, Grandma. Do you have any more tea or coffee? My, this was an oversight. Oh well, do you think you could run and get some from old Corsac? He's an expert in gathering herbs and making tea blends. I remember his den under the oak. I was so terrified to go there. Don't be ridiculous. He's not scary at all. That's what you think. Do you remember the way? You were just a little fox back then. Of course I do. Going into the woods, reach the nest, and turn left. Off you go then. The tea won't bring itself, you know. Leah, Sunbeam, wait a minute. Before you go, I've got something for you. What is it, Grandma? Now where have I put it? Aha! Here! Grandpa has left this key for you. He asked me to give it to you when you come. Did he mention what the key was for? No, he didn't, but I believe you'll figure it out. I'll have to look around in the workshop. Thanks, Grams. Well, I'll be on my way then. Be back soon. Alright. I have to check the workshop first, and then I'm free to wander. Oh, I see. Well, let's go on this way. What about the cellar? Oh, it's awful dark down here. Boy, this axe is really stuck into the log. Whoa, just like my childhood. My favorite workshop. Key for big chest. This chest clearly has a different lock. Doesn't fit here. Got it. An old radio. Grandpa used to listen to it all the time. What if I turn it on? I'll try. What if it works anyway? Great, now that's without a doubt a useless box. Yeah, it's like they say, you can't put the blue flame back in once it goes out. I have no idea what he needed these rocks for. Wow, a real lantern! Too bad it's empty and has no wick. We could explore that basement if we had that. A pile of various boxes. Oh, what about this? Key to the drawer. Seems like Grandpa left me his old diary. I remember him writing on it. This is odd. Some pages are torn out. And so we agreed to move to the village after all. This place is so quiet and peaceful, we need nothing more. Graytail, my high school friend, told us about a vacant house that we could buy back in his home village, and it turned out pretty cozy. Yesterday, Graytail told me there was a solution. Sure enough, he showered me with complicated terms, and I barely understand half of it. What matters is there is a solution. We're setting out first thing tomorrow. It's been more than a week since our return, and he just locked himself in his house. Our quest has been on for years. A mere week is nothing. Still, even this suspense is killing me. We embarked on another road trip today, much farther this time, beyond the lake. The local forest is much more ancient, but oddly enough, there are settlements here too. Graytail has been talking to an old lady by the river until well into the evening. This is where we stayed for the night. We'll be on our way home. Tomorrow. We go herb gathering weekly now. Graytail keeps reassuring me that the solution is getting closer, but all I see is it drifting away as days go by. It's been more than 2 months, and he's still struggling to find the right formula. Fire. Everything is burned down, and he hardly seemed to notice. He said he'd moved to his grandpa's old house, and the next day he was pulling me back into the forest. He was telling me something about the mines beyond the lake, but I was still shocked by what had happened, and was hardly paying attention. 6 months of work burned down in an hour. Yikes. We spent almost a week in the mines, but it was worth it. We came back home with new ingredients, and in another 2 days, Graytail came to visit us and left the oh-so-long-awaited gift. Later, he explained to me it was but a temporary solution. There was still a lot of work ahead of us, but it was still much more effective than anything we tried over the years. Graytail suggests a trip to the mountains. I too have heard the old lady tell stories of a temple in the mountains. Maybe there we'll find a solution. But for the first time in all these years, we're actually enjoying life. I'm thinking of a transfer to an airport closer to the village so that I could spend more time with my family. And it looks like we have a baby on the way. Is that baby me? Right, this one. A pocket knife. That's my grandfather's knife. I remember it. Tools. Well, I think we're ready to go get that herbal tea. Corsac the old fox. He doesn't hide from society, does he? Quite the opposite. A great place for a rest and a camping spot. My friends and I used to come here to play and hang out. We'd bring hot tea and sandwiches. I'd often bring pies for everyone. Indeed, my grandma is a pie master. Who doesn't love a pie master from Grandma? Yum, delicious raspberry. Big raspberries, too. Corsac. You can't miss this sign. Are these dung piles? Ew, what a slob lives in this burrow. Is it Corsac? Is Corsac the slob? I really don't feel like going into Corsac's. Well, what about climbing up? Is that our journal? I haven't been to Grandma since my early childhood, but recently she has invited me to visit her in the village for the summer holidays. I was so happy I could hardly wait till the completion of my studies. After a long night in the train, I got off at the Hillshire station and hurried to Grandma's house. After all these years, she hasn't changed a bit. She's still as sweet and kind as I remember. We decided to have some tea, but it turned out she has run out of it, so she offered me to get some from Corsac. I remember that strange old fox. He is a local herbalist and lives in a house under the tree he calls the Den. In my childhood, I was so terrified to go there, even with my grandpa. Corsac always seemed a little strange to me, and I felt uncomfortable in his den. But the lack of tea feels wrong. I'll have to pay him a visit. I climbed up into the nest today. That's what we used to call our old oak tree house back in the childhood. I remember Grandpa taking me home from there whenever my friends and I stayed until dark and I was too afraid to go alone. He would come to the oak with his lantern and call us by hooting like an owl, and then we'd walk back together, see my friends to their homes, and soon be home ourselves. Ah, childhood. A bench for gatherings. A sun catcher. I think it's missing a bit of glass. This curtain used to be snow white. It shaded us from the bright morning sun. A rope for lifting things and brave folks up. I don't recall this burrow being here. Hello, anyone? Discontented grunt. Hello, my name's Leah. How do you do? Say, how long have you been living here? I don't remember this burrow from before. This used to be our house. I mean, the nest on the tree. Well, goodbye. Maybe I'll come back later. Such a nice interlocutor. Maybe farther to the left. There's no chance to get lost on your way to him. A nice happy little bog with frogs and dragonflies. There used to be fish in this swamp. Grandpa used to troll them. Aha, Corsac's house. Hey, little bird. Hello, my name's Leah. I've come to get some tea from you. Oh well. Open sesame. In short, I came to Corsac's for tea, but he's refusing to let me in. The door won't open. It's locked from the inside. I have no idea how to smoke this old fox out of his den. Never thought this tea trip would turn out this tricky. What about this way? I've never been to that part of the forest before. I have no business there. I can't pick locks with a knife. Alright. Look at that! Blueberries! Corsac must be growing some herbs here. I have no idea what he needs them for, though. No one answers when I knock. I think no one's home if it wasn't for the smoke coming out of the chimney. I'm not strong enough to rip off this burdock leaf. Not strong enough. Not alone, but maybe with knife? Such an enormous leaf. An umbrella burdock. Oh. She was saying to smoke out this old fox. Maybe we put the leaf over his chimney. Aha! Excellent! Now he'll open that door. A little smoke won't hurt him. Ugh, ugh, ugh. The chimney must have gotten clogged with leaves again. I'll have to unclog it later. Oh well, I'll leave the door open to air the den. That'll work. Phew, almost got caught. Well, let's sneak inside, shall we? You can't send me away if I'm already inside. Good morning. My name's Leah. My grandma Fenya has sent me to get some tea from you. Come a bit closer, child. I can't hear you. My name's Leah. My grandma Finya has sent me to... Nope, still can't hear a thing. Louder, please. Oh, come on. My name's Leah. My grandma Finya. Can't hear a word you're saying. Oh well, hope springs eternal. Marvelous. So how am I supposed to tell him what I need? It's been a while since I've become a little on the deaf side. At least the mice don't bother me anymore. Can't hear them scratching all night long. You must have come to see the old herbalist in his den. No, actually Old Corsac has something useful for everyone. Healing herbs, magical roots, dried worms, grasshopper legs. That's creepy. And love potions for young foxes. Thanks, I can manage without them. So what do I do with him? Oh, you're Finya's granddaughter. Then you must have come to get some tea. Too bad I don't have any right now. I ran out of it. Now I have to go and gather some. But my legs aren't what they used to be. Truth to tell, I don't even know what to do. Oh, cool. No tea for us then. What if you pick up herbs for your tea on your own? I'll tell you which ones you'll have to find. If I only had a choice, but I guess I don't have any. You could have a nice tea with some raspberries, goose flower, catswort, and tutsin. We've got a ton of raspberries in the woods. Oh, I've seen some raspberries on my way here. But you could have trouble with catswort. It's so popular that little remains. You shouldn't have any ado with the other two herbs. But I don't even know what kind of herbs are those. Catswort? Goose flower? Well, I have work to do. Come back when you find everything. Perfect. He can't even hear me. Alright, so we've got ourselves a little fetch quest. This has been a pretty chill and relaxing story RPG, and I'm loving the art style. I'm having a lot of fun. If you guys are enjoying this as much as I am and want to see more, let me know with a like and subscribe or comment down below. But for now, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
On the ninth day of Foxmas, dancing on a bark, foxy feet are prancing, sparking in the dark. Yip around the snowflakes, giggles in the air. Foxes merry-making with a festive flair. Yip yip goes the foxes, echo in the night. Foxing up the treetops, make the stars ignite.